This video is going to show you how to do your drawing file in Inventor. So I'm going to go by first opening our finished skimmer file. So I'm going to go to the start button down here, go to our documents, go find our H drive, and then I'm going to double click on finish skimmer. Now with this open, I'm going to go up here and click on our new button again. And there are lots of different kinds of drawings, but for right now the biggest thing we want is just that it's metric. So I'm going to click on ANSI millimeter.idw, select that, click create. Here's our drawing sheet, our fancy drawing sheet, and the first thing I'm going to do is go up here to base, and it selected my finished skimmer because the file is open. So I can move this by clicking and dragging my box over. So there's our front view. As I move my mouse, it's giving me some options, so I'm going to go ahead and click place my top view and click and place my side view. And now with this all done, I'm going to click OK. I'm going to go back up to base to put my isometric in. So I'm going to go here and say that I want an isometric, and I can go, my view cube pops up, and that's specific to this right here. So I can click on my home, and if we have it set correctly, it should just change to our home view that we have set in Inventor. And then I'm going to change the scale of this to 1/2, just make it a little smaller. I click OK, and now I have my isometric view in there with my top, front, and side views. Now I want to put my air scoop in and my fins. So I'm going to go up here to base again, and I can click on my folder with the magnifying glass and choose my air scoop, click open, and it's putting it over here. I want it over here, so I'm going to move it over here. It's 3:1. Let's change the scale a little bit because that's pretty big. So 2:1 looks pretty decent. So I'll click there, click there. So I've got my front view, my top view. I click OK, and that puts that in there. I'm going to go back to base again, and I'm going to click on my folder, click on fins this time, click open, and I can go ahead and just place that in there and click OK. And now since these two are different, I'm going to go ahead and double click on our front view. I'm going to change this to 1:1, and it should change both of these views just so these are the same. I don't want them different. And I kind of want to move these around to make them look a little better, so I'm going to click, if you go over the view and you get that those red dashed lines, you can move these views. So I'm just going to move these around until I like what they look like, and now I can dimension. So I'm going to go up here and go to annotate, dimension, and I'm going to add all the dimensions that I think I would need to build this part. So it works the same way as it did in the part file. You just click on a spot, click on another one that you want to dimension that distance to, click OK. Let's put all the dimensions in here that we would think someone would need to build this part, and no more. You don't want to put extra in. So I'm going through, I want to show that this is really thin. Put that on there. And then I can do my fins and show that that's 75. And this box that pops up, you can change stuff. We'll go over that later, but you just click OK for now. And I'm just going around putting in these dimensions. If something bad happens, just right click, go to OK, and select the tool again. And I just noticed that that dimension's incorrect. I did have a part file that it was the incorrect dimension, but that's okay. It still shows you how to do the drawing file. That should be 9.26. So now I've got all these dimensions in here. If you want, you can add text, like you could put something here. Let's change the font and put